ó, segura ele, aí aqui, ó, tem encosta aqui, ó. Pronto, já foi, ó.
Olha! Ai,
Então a gente vai deixar uma música aqui que a senhora adora ouvir, tá bom? Bom dia hoje. Tchau!
bom dia!
The vision is to bring a easy technology for everybody to use, to be very easy. Because I need to think this because my mom is like 9 years old at the moment and needs to be something very easy for her. Because of this, we developed something that don't need to download any app, no sign-ups. Just people tap there and go to the page that they want, to have the information that they want. Yeah, the beginning was so hard because so I came here with my family, so I have no friends here, nobody, just me and my family here. Came here with the work permit, so I need to work in the entry-level job to have our PR because we decided to apply our PR with me. I need to stay there for 3 years. I start to do Ori.gatou since the beginning, even though I was working there. So every day I work like 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. and when I come back to my home, I take care of the kids that was younger and with Francis. After that, I could work a little bit more in Ori.gatou. Everything by myself since the beginning, just me because nobody believed in this idea, nobody. But finally, when I complete 3 years and I have the PR, I talk with my husband that when we have this PR, I quit my job there, no matter what.
I was seeing my mom doing, all this stuff with the business. It was like the very early stages, just even opening a bank account and doing these things. But every time there were like these really big obstacles, and in my mind, it was like, I don't have no idea how you're gonna solve this. And she would always do it. She'd find a way to do it somehow, and I consistently be proven wrong. Like, how do you keep doing this? And it's just like that entrepreneurial spirit of like persevering and always finding a way. And I was like, okay, I find this like really interesting, and I want to see where this goes initially. That's where it just I just wanted to help.
Diogo started with the COVID in 2020. He was very active in the high school. When the COVID started, he had nothing to do anymore because they cannot go to the school anymore. So he was a little bit boring as well. And he told me that he think, why not help my mom? Let's go help them.
And so I was suddenly with all this time, I wanted to go and help her. But then, quickly we both realized, oh, hey, we can expand this communication tool towards businesses. And then it evolved outside of what it originally was, and it became us together thing.
He enhanced the idea with the digital side. When he said, this is a platform, what is this? So it's taken me, I don't know, some months to understand what he's saying, his vision, his idea. But okay, I believe in him, and let's do this.
Like the early stages of Ori.gatou, it was a lot of learning as well, right? Because it was the first time either of us had gone into business, and so like our own business. So we had to wear all the hats, right? A lot of it in the beginning was us just contacting people and just learning, like, hey, can you help us? We have no idea what we're doing, kind of, right? Can you give us some support? And then different people along the way giving us the support that we needed from, IRAP, from Norforge, with like understanding, how to be customer centric. First person who really helped us, I think, well, our lawyers. Our lawyers were really helpful. They were the first people who kind of invested in us. Then we started calling government and saying like, hey, your government, can you help us? We're starting a business. And then Darren Ramlow from IRAP was like super helpful. He was like one of our first really big supporters.
Everything starts with Norforge, with our mentors.
Norforge and the entire ecosystem from them helped us get our basic understanding of business and understand customer validation, business models, stuff like that. C has been incredibly helpful to us, the Social Entrepreneurship Enclave with Richard Tuck and Adam Kelly. They have been super instrumental in our growth and understanding a lot better how fundraising looks like. MTA folks, recording this in the MTA, the Manitoba Technology Accelerator office. They have been more recently super helpful as well. Tiny Bison folks, Steve and Marcus. I feel like we've been very well supported as well, just even by peers, other entrepreneurs as well. People, our first clients as well, who like believed in us along the way too, were always super helpful. Another group that supported us a lot was the Digital Manitoba Initiative. That was the first big grant that we received. It was a $25,000 grant at the time. Darren let us know as soon as it got published, so we got just in time. Like, there was like 2 or 3 days after it got published, like they ran out of spots because people like applied super quickly. So thank you, Darren. And Daniel is still with us to this day. Daniel was hired at that time.
So yeah, I think these people help me a lot.
Like, I think this 5th year anniversary is a really big moment as well, just in general, celebrating a lot of things, because this past year has been a lot of growth. We've like, you know, we're doing this like major launch, you know, very soon as well. You know, our team has grown quite a bit. We're even putting together this hackathon in like a few days, I guess, as of the time people would be seeing this. So yeah, no, it's I think all these things that we're able to do now speaks to how much we've grown and we've iterated and been able to grow. So
this year we win a prize in the Startup Canada pitch as well.
When we won the People's Choice Awards, that was also really nice, like winning a pitching competition.
The big challenge that I faced was my communication, because English is my second language. Now I can like attend the meetings by myself. I can go some workshops by myself, but I think 1 year ago I could not do this because I cannot understand people.
It's funny, I don't think a lot of people would believe it at this point. I'm naturally a pretty introverted person. I remember the first networking event that I attended. I brought a friend from high school with me. The entire night, for the whole 3 hours, me and him stayed next to the cheeses and just ate cheeses and pretended to talk to each other the entire time, and we didn't talk to one person because I didn't know anyone there, and I just didn't know how to go up to people and say hi. It was the most uncomfortable 3 hours ever. The thing is, like, all the challenges that we faced so far, we found a way to solve them and break through them, right? And anything that we haven't yet, I'm sure we will.
For sure, we have many challenges with our relationship, for sure. It was the first time that we worked together and was hard, but in the same time was very grateful because we could know better each other. And yeah, this is very emotional as well.
If anyone has any family business and they say they've never thought, they're lying, or they close the business immediately, because it's so hard to separate professional and personal in those situations. But you know, I think it's actually, the business was one of the best things I think probably could have happened to our relationship as a mom and son duo. It's made us, I think, confront and work through a lot of family and personal issues that we would probably never ever work through because nothing forced us to, right? Because that's very uncomfortable working through all these things.
Along the time, along the years, we could talk more and we have this clear understanding now. So
we're much closer, much more connected as a result. And so, yeah, I think it forced a lot of growth that would have never happened otherwise. And I think because, you know, the mentality was when it was like really, really tough, it was just, you know, either we get past this or the business dies. And I think it's good because that has influenced our culture as well. We try to treat our team a lot, almost like a family, right, in a way, or at least like friends, if anything, right, and have that same kind of understanding, compassion, and flexibility. And I think that makes for a better team.
I'm very grateful for my family.
I've been talking about my mom, so the first thing that comes to mind is I appreciate my mom a lot more. That's an obvious one.
Their patience, their love, for sure.
I'm very, very appreciative to everyone who's kind of helped us, the Winnipeg ecosystem, I'm appreciative of our team a lot. I think ever since we had a team, I've always been appreciative of them, but I've definitely grown to appreciate them more and more because we have an awesome team of awesome people. So it's great. And even like the failures that come along the way, in the grand scheme of things, they don't matter, right? You can get past them, you can grow. They're good lessons. And so even appreciating failures as learning tools more than anything else. You know, like, and this is, as someone who again used to be very introverted, having to do sales conversations or pitch people, being like, hey, investor, can you give me money? Hey, you know, do you want to buy my thing, right? Like that's, and then getting no after no after no, right? That's like a very like tough thing to experience, right? But eventually you start to understand that's just, you know, yeah, like it's every one of those is a learning opportunity. It's not personal, and it makes you very thankful for every yes that you get.